Welcome back to another video. Today is October 19th. It is 2:14 in the afternoon, and I just finished finishing up my notes on the rewrite so far on the book, and all of the new scenes and the new additions and the descriptions and the dialogues and all of that. So I chose the smart route here and didn't do this on sticky notes like I normally do. I got one full page here. This is one row, this is another row, row, and partial row here. So I'm going to read through most of them to tell you where we are so far. The first thing I've already told you about. I moved a scene from the prologue to Nicole's first point of view. That was something that I talked about in the very first video that I filmed for this. And then after that, and I sort of found my footing on how I wanted to take these notes here-ish. So this first page is kind of back and forth on how I take notes, but that's okay because I'm going to rewrite them all anyway, so. Added Wayne's point of view with Calvin after Nicole leaves the church, so that was a brand new scene. Added first hint of Nicole's offer with her darkness, which was an addition to one of Nicole's scenes. Added a new scene from Wayne's point of view to show how he found Nicole later on after the meeting. Added a paragraph to the end of one of Nicole's point of view scenes with a David's point of view scene. I've fixed up Beau's dialogue to add character consistency because he speaks about the same in every book he's ever been in, regardless of his age. So I needed to fix that because he does not speak that way in Serial Killers Anonymous. My autofocus is focusing on the light back there, and when I moved it changed to this picture frame for some reason. I'm sorry. It's gonna be screwy on the light. I don't know why it does stuff like that. Anyway, there we go. After that, brand new scene from Wayne's point of view, another one with Calvin. With David's point of view, I improved Beau's initial description of the victim because he's generally pretty thorough with that, and he wasn't here, so I needed to fix that. Character consistency. Improved dialogue between Beau and Jamal to stay truer to both of their characters in this situation. Same scene there, I added an addition to the end of the scene to better show Beau and David's friendship from David's point of view. In this one is Wayne's point of view. I added a paragraph to one of Wayne's scenes to show thoughts of Calvin coming over to his house, so that way it would tie in with the last scene that I added from Wayne's point of view. And then in the next scene, which was also Wayne's point of view, I improved details as he wakes up, so that way the description was more thorough, hit home a little more. Improved dialogue on Nicole's half of this conversation and added a lot of dialogue for Wayne. In that same sense, I added Wayne's thoughts as he gauges the situation and Nicole. Added another new scene from Wayne's point of view after Nicole leaves. Added a little detail into one of Nicole's scenes that Ajax, her dog, helps manage her anger a little bit. I'm doing my best to read through these without spoiling anything, so that's what a lot of my pauses are. This one here is a brand new scene from Wayne's point of view. He finds something and calls Jamal for intel. This one is David's point of view. I added Beau into the scene because he spent the night at David's, which didn't happen in the original. And then they have a conversation about GBK and a letter that David has that Beau deserved to know about as far as David was concerned. You can probably hear my dog rolling around in the background and sneezing on occasion, but as you know, they're kind of actively involved in my life. So I added a mass change to one of Nicole's point of views. I changed the entire ending of her conversation with Calvin in that scene. to better line up with how he would respond to the things she was saying and questioning. And then Wayne's point of view, I added a slightly different conversation with Calvin to reflect the end changes with Calvin in the last one. From Nicole's point of view, I had a small scene addition for a callback to that same Calvin conversation. Wayne's point of view, a new scene added after another coffee shop run-in. David's point of view, I added a new scene where he drives Bo to the vet to pick up Agamus, which is Bo's cat. Another David's point of view, I added a new scene at, hold on. Oh, okay, I see what it says. On David's point of view, I added a new beginning to the scene, so that way it would start at David's desk instead of the break room. I removed references to David's hangover and how it would have treated him because Bo was at his house over the weekend and would already know how the weekend had treated him. I added minor changes to Bo's conversation with Jamal. New ending paragraph to the scene to acknowledge something about Bo. I guess that's not a huge spoiler. It's not a spoiler at all. It's in the description. That Bo has no idea where Dallas is. Nicole's point of view changed something that happened mid-convo to a different representation of it. A little less jumpy, I guess. On Wayne's point of view, I added a brand new scene, which was a conversation with Jamal at the Pittman estate. Nicole's point of view, I added a new intro to her scene for a less jarring entry into her point of view, as well as new insights on Nicole's emotions and how she feels about Wayne referring to her as a psychopath. On David's point of view, I added a new scene intro to better establish the setting before getting into dialogue and stuff. Added new dialogue with Bo to bring up something that was brought up in one of David's earlier scene additions. That one is a spoiler, so I can't tell you what it is. Wayne's point of view is almost an entirely rewritten scene. Nicole comes outside to get him instead of texting him, added her unease at something, and then removed something. I have the something written down, but again, spoilers. Even if I removed it, it does spoil the book. Nicole's point of view, added a new intro to the scene to better set the setting. Entirely new convo added between Wayne and Nicole about what their urges and darknesses are like. Added a discussion about a deal between Nicole and Wayne to allow some stuff. A new Wayne point of view added a scene between him and Nicole having breakfast, and then moved a conversation about one of her tattoos to this new scene from the original chapter 10. Wayne's point of view was a brand new scene at the church, told Calvin some stuff and tells him about some other stuff that reflects some of the stuff that happened in Nicole's last scene. Again, can't tell you what that stuff is. Bo's point of view added a new intro to the scene added a new intro to a paragraph from the original chapter 11. There you go. And from that paragraph onward, it is completely new content to get a better look at Bo's feelings and how he's surviving, basically. And then Wayne's point of view, this is the last one that I have noted down, was a brand new scene sitting outside of Nicole's house. It gives insight into his feelings, and it's the first conversation that we see with his darkness, because Wayne's darkness is a voice that he hears and that he talks to. Some of my killers are set up that way, some of them aren't. Nicole is one of the ones that isn't, but Wayne is one of the ones that is. But that's what I have so far. And that brings me entirely caught up on my notes, and it brings you entirely caught up on my notes. So at this point, I am going to attempt to get into writing. I have other things to do today. I am also uploading around 450 photos to Google Photos to go through my sister's second session of senior photos that we took 2 days ago. And so that way I can start going through those and adding them to an album for her, so she can look through them and show them to our father and all that fun stuff. But I'll be switching back and forth between uploading those to Google Photos and writing. It has taken me 3 hours so far to get through the first half of the photos that are being uploaded, so it's a process, but it does give me a lot of time to hopefully accomplish something in Serial Killers Anonymous. This is day 23, I think, of writing Serial Killers Anonymous, and it's what I'm planning on spending most of the day on, because the next book that I'll be working on in my cycle is a new book, I think. I don't remember. I don't know where that's written down. I lied, I found it. No, the next one in my cycle is an old romance that I've been working on. So that shouldn't be too much trouble to just hold that off until later. But I would like to make sure that I get something done on Serial Killers Anonymous today, if at all possible. So I will keep you guys posted. Hopefully I'll remember to keep you posted on these notes as well. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. And I'll see you guys with an update, hopefully soon. It is 10 in the morning on October 20th, and I didn't give you another update yesterday, but I didn't accomplish a ton anyway, so that's okay. But yesterday on the 19th, I wrote 122 words in Serial Killers Anonymous, which brought my total to 29,850 words. Things are still slow. They're just going to continue being slow, I think, for a while. I'm chalking it up yesterday to the fact that I was mostly taking notes on stuff, and then I didn't work on the actual book for very long before I went into the living room because I was very tired and I was already fighting sleep, and I was hoping that changing rooms, locations, something would help a little bit, and it did. I made it to 10, so that's something. Today here on the 20th is day 24, I think, of writing. Yeah, it looks like it anyway. So I'm hoping to make progress. I'm hoping at the very least to get past 30,000 words, which would be about 150, I think. So that's what I'm shooting for, but it is very, very cold in here. I've had the heater on most of the morning so far. I have been fighting exhaustion for the last hour already. And I've only been awake since about 8 o'clock, so that's great. That's a thyroid issue as far as I know. It could also technically be an issue of whatever causes my joint pain. I'm not sure which it is at this very moment, but, you know. But it's been difficult so far this morning, both because of the cold and the exhaustion, but I'm doing my best. My knuckles are very, very stiff, but I do have the heater on in here. I have my rechargeable hand warmer thing that I'm going to use whenever I need it. Go from there. Keeping track of the animals, making sure that my room, where Bean is, and the room Celine is in, making sure they're both warm, so going in every hour or so to check the temperature to see if I need to turn a heater back on or turn it off or anything like that. And then, I need to give Willie his meds, and then the next time I have to do anything animal related aside from just checking on them will be Willie's eardrops at about 1:30. So that is what I'm going to do, and I will keep you guys posted on Serial Killers Anonymous progress, which will hopefully happen at some point. So I am updating you on this just because it is relevant to no progress being made. It is 4:27 p.m. I took a nap at noon, woke up sometime after 2, and I'm unable to stay awake any further. Which means that the first time I managed to stay awake about 4 hours before I needed a nap, and this time I managed to stay awake about 2. So I'm going to take another nap, and I'm not going to set any alarms. I'm just going to let it go for however long I need to sleep. And with any luck, I wake up not feeling like garbage. I wake up being able to stay awake more than a few hours, and I'm able to accomplish something. I think I've maybe written 2 words in Serial Killers Anonymous, so hooray for that. Presumably I'll be awake before midnight, and I'll give you guys an update then, but we'll see how things go, and I will do my best to accomplish something today and give you an update on that. But otherwise, I will see you the next time that I work on Serial Killers Anonymous. It is currently 10:28 in the morning on the 21st, and I didn't come back to you yesterday, but I managed to stay awake until about midnight after I woke up the last time, and then I needed to go back to sleep. And I had planned on taking a nap, but I had set my alarm on this phone, which is my new phone, and I'm still not used to all the settings on it. I don't know what it is, but like if I put my phone on vibrate like I did with this one, my alarms don't sound at all. Sometimes. It seems to depend on what it wants to do. My autofocus is on that damn picture again. I don't know why. It's a framed picture of a bird. I don't understand. But I didn't wake up to my alarm because I was dumb and I set it on the new phone instead of the old phone. But I need to dig around with the settings at some point, so that way when my old phone really does completely shit out on me, I have the settings on the old phone. But I haven't put the words from yesterday into my Google Sheet here, which is what I'm doing now, so I can get you a word count. But yesterday I did surpass 30,000 words, just barely, which was the goal. So I ended up at 30,028 words, and let me throw in an equation here really fast. But that brings my total for yesterday to 178 words, which isn't surprising. Writing was not my forte yesterday. But we're at 30,000 words, so some progress is being made, which is great. Even if it's very slow progress, it is still something. And in most cases, that's about all I can ask for. So I'll chalk it up as a win if I have to. But that's all that I have for right now. Today, on the 21st here, I'm going to rotate through my other books, and hopefully taking a break from Serial Killers Anonymous helps things go faster the next time I come around to it. I know that right now it's not just because of my sleep schedule or just because I'm exhausted or anything like that. I think I'm genuinely just worn out on the book and for staying on one for so long, especially while making such minimal progress. So I'm going to go through my other books today to cycle back around to one of my romances that I really like writing, which means that I need to work through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books before I get back around to Vito and Elias's romance. So that is the goal for the day. I'm only going to worry about writing like 10 words in those other books until I get to Vito's. So that's the goal. That'll be stuff that's all in work in progress videos. And then hopefully tomorrow or the day after, you'll see me with another update on Serial Killers Anonymous. But we will see how things go, and hopefully things go better the next time I see you.